Hey, everybody. Happy Veterans Day. I spent Veterans Day with President Trump at Arlington Cemetery, where he honored the men and women who have served our country. Let me take you through what we did today. Reagan Reese here, the White House correspondent for the Daily Caller. So the day started off here at the White House. Actually, we motorcaded from the White House to Arlington Cemetery. And first up, the president laid a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. He did this with Vice President Vance and the VA Secretary. Many members of the president's cabinet also turned out for the Veterans Day celebration. There was Education Secretary Linda McMahon, Energy Secretary Chris Wright, Interior Secretary Doug Burgum, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, Attorney General Pam Bondi, and not a member of the cabinet, but a very important person, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. After laying a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, we then moved into the amphitheater. And it was a very cold day, but there were still many veterans that turned out for the president's speeches, that they were there waving their flags and cheering on the president and the vice president during their remarks. Vice President spoke first, and I thought he really said something so touching and meaningful, something that we could all take to heart. He really called on Americans that whenever they see a service member, to go up to them and say thank you. If you see them at a bar or a restaurant, buy them a drink, buy them dinner, do something to show them that you care, that you are thankful for them. And I think, I try to do that as much as possible, but it was a great reminder and a good reminder, especially on Veterans Day. The president gave a moving speech. He recognized several heroes who were in attendance, and he also just talked about how special and meaningful the American troops are, and that his goal as president is not to abandon them, is to give them all of the tools that they need to succeed and keep America safe. And, there was big round of applause for the president. Veterans were waving their American flags. And then, of course, my favorite part, we all stood up, that whole amphitheater, and we sang God Bless America. The Army band performed, the president, the vice president, the cabinet, and all of those veterans there at Arlington Cemetery, right outside of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. It was incredibly powerful as an American, as a journalist, to get the opportunity to celebrate Veterans Day right there, singing God Bless America. It was just a wonderful day.